Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Right to the air is Jackson. There's Chris Olave. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Jackson's throw taken in by London. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Jackson going to hold on to this. And he is going to lose yardage here. 8th play in this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's the option going right. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, LA! Good throw there. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good. Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Gibson again. And some room to work. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 10-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down and goal to go.
Here we go. Second stop.
On 1st down, Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown, Rams! Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. caught by London. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They run behind center with Spiller, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Play action. Now Jackson finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Jackson's going to keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Jackson. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3s already put through the post.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Offense on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Olave with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have taken a fourth-quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Wilson's throw taken in by Diggs. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Wilson forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a 4. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Dillon on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Watch right. On the ball, on the ball. Ready, ready.
Here's Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
A give up the middle to Gibson. And a solid run down inside the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again with Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. Now Wilson. Got an open man, finds Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams are once again back in front. Wilson to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was fair to look back and say the fourth down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Now Jackson. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Jackson to throw. He's got it. It's Spiller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's got a man, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So it's the Rams here that take home the W, and it was due largely to the play of the man behind center, CD, and that's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for the Rams, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.